Hello students, some power failure happened. Is it audible and visible? Is it audible? Okay, see, I will try to say something first. Listen carefully. Once you stop now, see, today the fluctuation, power fluctuation is there. So by chance, if the video or the audio goes off, okay, I will come back again. Okay, 5 minutes. In 5 minutes time, I'll come back. So try to stay in the class. Okay, in the class, in the meaning in the online class. So don't assume the class is cancelled or something. Okay. So let us quickly revise what we did last time. So I told you if you have a capacitor and there is air here, then capacitance of this we write epsilon naught A by B. Okay. And if the whole space is filled with dielectric medium, if the whole space is filled with dielectric medium, if the whole space is filled with dielectric medium, now, if I say there is a dielectric medium, I have to mention what is the dielectric constant. So usually we write K. Then the capacitance becomes in medium K times epsilon naught A by D. Matlab it increases K times. It increases K times. Now, sometimes what they will do, the whole space will not be filled like this. It will be filled partially only like this. Okay, let me use a different pen. So it will be filled partially like this. So this will be one medium, this will be another medium. This medium has dielectric constant K1, this is K2. Then how we write the formula for capacitance? Then the formula for capacitance we write C equals to epsilon naught A. Area is common, remember, area is common. This distance is divided. And let us say this much part has thickness T1, this much part has thickness T2. Thickness. Then the capacitance is epsilon naught A T1 by K1 plus T2 by K2. So this you should know. Okay, and to derive this, it is very simple. You can consider this and this to be in series and use the formula for series capacitance. Equivalent capacitance in series formula already we have derived. So that you can use. But better don't try to derive the formula, try to remember the formula. Similarly, if you divide the capacitor not this way, but this way, upper part has area A1, lower part has area A2. So now they have different area. Distance is same. Distance between the plates are same. Then what was the formula in this case? It was epsilon naught by D, epsilon naught A D. Here K1 A1 plus K2 A2. Okay, students. So these two formula you should be remembering. And today, what was the last question we did? What was the last question we did, students? Question number 7 we have done, no? Okay. So let us see question number 8 now. Question number 8 you see, okay, listen carefully. If you don't have the EPL, you have to listen carefully. A parallel plate capacitor is made up of two dielectric blocks in series. One of the blocks has thickness D1 thickness, and dielectric constant K1. Other has thickness D2 and thickness K2 as shown in the figure. Figure is missing. Okay, so in exam figure will be given. This arrangement can be thought as a dielectric slab of thickness D and effective dielectric constant. See, they are asking effective dielectric constant, not effective capacitance. So let us try to understand what the question is saying. So first they told there is a capacitor and this distance, which is D, has two blocks. one block has thickness D1, other block has thickness D2. This is D1, this is D2. Okay, students? This has dielectric constant K1, this has dielectric constant K2. Now they are saying, if you replace this by one dielectric medium, if you replace this arrangement by one dielectric medium whose thickness will be whatever is this thickness, then what will be the effective dielectric constant they are asking? Okay, so what will be the effective dielectric constant of this one medium if the distance between the plates is divided this way? So in this capacitor they have put two blocks. One block has dielectric constant K1, other block has dielectric constant K2. They want you to find effective dielectric constant, meaning if you replace this by one block, what will be the dielectric constant of that one block they are asking? Already we have studied the meaning of effective and equivalent. If two people are doing something and you can find one person who can do the same thing for same inputs, then we call that one person what? Effective or equivalent. So let us see what is the capacitance of this. What will be the formula? Already I have told you, area is same. So epsilon naught A K1 by D1 plus K2 by D2. Sorry, D1 by K1. See, be careful. Even I am doing mistakes, you can see. So it is very careful. It is very important that you know the formula nicely. So this is the capacitance of the given arrangement. Yes or no? Now, if you replace this system by one dielectric, what will be the capacitance of that? Epsilon naught. What is the effective dielectric constant? K effective area by D. Yes or no? If there is only one medium, this is the formula. Okay, I used to write K first. That doesn't matter, no. So this would be, now compare these two. Comparing C, A, epsilon naught, epsilon naught. That means this one, K effective by D. In place of this, I can write 1 by this, right? This part. Yes or no? So K effective by D will be 1 by D1 by K1 plus D2 by K2. Okay, students, you understood, right? Just compare these two, or you can divide this and this. You do whatever you want. Either you can divide this and this, or you can equate this and this, or you can just compare. If you just compare, it will be very simple. In front of epsilon naught A, what is there? This. In front of epsilon naught A, what is there? 1 by this. So those two should be equal. Now, in the denominator, if you take LCM, let me write here. Tejaswani will not be able to see if I write there. Okay. So here, the left side is same. Here, if you take LCM, you will get K1, K2 will go up, and this will be K2 D1 plus K1 D2. So please take LCM here and then take K1, K2 up. Then if you cross multiply, K effective will be what? K1, K2 D by K2 D1 plus K1 D2. So that would be the effective dielectric constant. Which option it is? K1, K2. This D is nothing but D1 plus D2. So in place of D, I can, this once you cross multiply, this D I can write D1 plus D2 also. Yes or no? This D is nothing but this D is nothing but D1 plus D2. So in place of D1 and D2, if you write, which option will be correct? K1, D1. None of the options are matching. What happened? If I take LCM here, D1, K2, it has to be K1 D2, remember, not K1 D1. So it has to be option C, but in my material it is given K1 D1, K1 D1 plus K2 D2 in the denominator. It should be K1 D2 plus K2 D1. So Solpa, you change it, okay? Please look carefully because I will be giving you some classwork. Actually, it is homework only, but online classwork, okay? Finished, everybody? So this is how you should find effective dielectric constant. Effective dielectric constant. Now try to answer quickly, okay, without wasting too much time. What if this distance was equal? If D1 was equal to D2, then what will be the answer? Can you check quickly? If D1 and D2 are equal, what would be the answer? Anybody? If D1, this is extra, okay? Concentrate on the extra part. I will be asking from there also in your exam. So if K1 equals K2, what will happen here? Just check. So K effective will be K1, K2. This D, how I can write? D is what? D1 plus D2. If these two are equal, then in place of D2, I can write D1. So D1 plus D1 will be 2D1 divided by K2 D1 plus K1. In place of D2, I can write D1. Then if you take D1 common from here, it will cancel. So you will get 2 K1 K2 by K1 plus K2. K1 plus K2. So very nice formula to easily remember. 2 K1 K2 by K1 plus K2. Correct. Okay, try one problem now, everyone. This is extra, okay? And all these extra questions are in a way I'm saying to you, they may come for your PT, next PT. So concentrate. Suppose this is your capacitor and this distance is D, and here I divide this into two equal parts like this way, not this way. This has dielectric constant K1, this is K2. If I say total area is A, then this part will have area A by 2. This part will have area A by 2. Okay, I hope you are understanding. Akshay, how 3 will come, ma? It will be 2, no? Check once nicely. Akshay, 3 should not come, okay? Now, what you have to do is, you have to replace this two dielectric medium by one dielectric medium. And what will be the dielectric constant of this? Effective dielectric constant. Effective dielectric constant. That you should find. Try once. So try to find what will be the effective dielectric constant of this medium, which I am replacing. So these two are replaced by 1. But be careful. Now we are dividing the area of the capacitor. K1 plus K2 divided by 2. Some of you have got, Shreyas, please try to answer everyone, not privately. Sanjay has got, Sumedha has got from Carmel. Others also please try. So for this, how do we write formula for capacitance? Epsilon naught by D, K1 A1. What is area of the upper part? A by 2. Lower part, A by 2. This is the formula which I gave in the beginning also, right? K1 A1 plus K2 A2, which I can write epsilon naught. I can take A by 2 common. and this will be K1 plus K2. So this is the effective capacitance of this capacitor. Now if I replace this by these two by one medium, what will be the capacitance of this? Already we know K effective epsilon naught total area by distance. Now compare Madi. If you compare, what will you get? This K effective should be this part. Yes or no? Here see epsilon naught A by D. Here also epsilon naught A by D. So if you compare these two, or you can equate these two, compare your wish, whatever you want. So if you look these two equations, you can see K effective will be K1 plus K2 by 2. Okay, students. So like this, some extra things also you should try to learn. Every time I may not be able to give you, you should try to search. Done? Farah also got, Fatima also got, very good. And try to come on time. Some of you are joining after 15 minutes like that. What is this? I'm doing some drama or what? That you can come anytime you want. This is a proper class, and slowly as we keep continuing, you should get adjusted to this. You should consider it like college timings and all. Okay, be very punctual. Done, sir. Okay. Now try the same problem if the areas were not given directly A by 2, but it was given A1, A2. Upper part area A1 they may say, lower part they may say area A2. Okay, try to tell me this quickly, this part, because sometimes students get confused with this part. Look here. So if I divide the medium this way, which formula will you use? This one or this one? If this is given, which one will you use? First one only you have to use. Very good. Okay, because many times they think, oh, when sir divided, see, it is not like this or like this. The main thing is, if this is your capacitor and you divide this distance, then you have to use this formula. So if I turn this by 90 degree, this is the part which I taught you, right? If I turn this like this, how it will change? It will be same only. If I turn 90 degree, I will become what? Chemistry teacher. No, I will be physics teacher only. So by turning this one like this, it will not change. So be careful about this. Okay, now let us see the last question of the entrance corner. And then I have some announcement to make. A slab of material of dielectric constant K has the same area as the plates. Area is same, but has a thickness 3/4 of D. Thickness is 3/4 of D. What is D? Separation of the plates. How is the capacitance changed when the slab is inserted between the plates? When the slab is inserted between the plates. So when the slab was not there, capacitance is given as C naught. That will be what? Epsilon naught A by D. This is D, this is area. Medium is no medium. Now what they have done? They have inserted the dielectric slab. Where they have inserted exactly, they have not told. So you can put anywhere you want, no problem. Area is same. This area is same, but this thickness is 3/4 of D they told. Correct? Huh? Thickness is 3/4 of D. And this is D. Already I have shown you here, right? No need. So this has dielectric medium, dielectric constant is K. What will be the capacitance now they are asking? Very simple. So this is in series only. So you have to use the first formula. So if you use the first formula, what will you get? Epsilon naught A by T1. Let us consider this as the first thickness, first medium. So in this medium has how much thickness? T. So T by K plus. Now the second medium is, look carefully, second medium, here also air, here also air. So no need to write separately. You can consider this and this as same. So what will be thickness of this and this? This much is how much? D. Out of D, this much is 3/4 of D. So remaining will be 1/4 of D. No, so let us write that as D minus T divided by remaining part is air. For air, what is dielectric constant? 1. Okay, so everybody understood this. First thickness is T. Second thickness is D minus T. Correct now? If this is 1 meter, this is 0.3. Remaining part will be how much? 0.7. D minus T. Okay. Now, let us substitute whatever thickness they told. So this thickness they told 3/4 of D. So it will be 3/4 of D by K plus. And this will be how much? This is 3 by 4D. So this will be 1/4 of D. This part will be 1/4 of D. Then you can take some common. You can take D by 4 common. So if I take D by 4 common from here, I will get 3 by K plus 1. Right. Then let me take 4 upside. 4 epsilon naught A by D. Here if I take LCM, it will be 3 plus K, and that K will go up. Right? This part you take LCM. Everybody should know, na? A by B plus C is B A plus CB. So that LCM part you should be able to do. Now, they are trying to write this capacitance in terms of the original capacitance. So original capacitance was what? Epsilon naught A by D. You can see this part is epsilon naught A by D, this part. So I can write 4 C naught K by 3 plus K. Which option it matches with? 4K by 3 plus K. 3 plus K is same as K plus 3. Option A. So students, successfully we have completed this part. Then we will not directly start with second chapter. Third day we'll start. Today and tomorrow we will still be doing MCQs. But how I will be doing MCQs, let me explain once, all of you. In our transient material, today it was posted, okay, morning only. We have NEET and we have JEE. NEET questions, all I will do, okay, except if there is too many very simple and it is repetitive, then I will ask you to do. Otherwise, all NEET questions I will do. In JEE also, those questions which I feel are important for NEET also, those also I will do. Then those questions which are quite lengthy, not difficult in concept. Difficult in concept, I will make it easy for you, don't worry. But if it is very lengthy, then I will not do them. We will take them separately and I will make a separate video for them and share with all of you. Even NEET students can see if you want, your wish. So like that I am planning. Otherwise, no students, if I do even the long questions here, it will take lot of time and we will be lagging in everything. So anyways, 3 days you are getting off. We are taking classes for 3 days. So 1 day you can use for looking at those long questions, or I should say solutions which are very lengthy. Okay, students, is the plan okay for all of you? So what I will be doing is NEET I will do. Even in JEE, those questions which are short and conceptual and difficult, that I will do. But lengthy questions we will try to skip. Lengthy questions. I know some of the JEE advanced students may think, no sir, you do it like that. But please try to understand, if I do it here, it will get stretched. Okay, so what I will do for those students who are JEE advanced students, for them I will make separate video. I'm not saying I will not make, I will make it. but I will make a separate video and show to all of you. Any doubt you have, you can discuss with me separately. When will AAC receive material? Everybody has received material, but it is in soft copy. Soft copy. Okay. Hard copy, you have to ask the concerned people. I'm not the right person to answer that. Okay, now before I start the classes will go on. So Kirti is accepting with me. Okay, before I continue, some announcement I want to make. So just give me 2 minutes time. Yeah. Varun from Cordial College. Can you just raise your hand? Or you can say hi sir like that. Varun N. Then Nisarga S. Nisarga S from Cordial. Oh, sorry, from Carmel. Sorry. Nisarga S, are you present today? Chetan Kumar, AAC. None of them are present. Huh? So these three, I told their name because they are the physics toppers of, Chetan, very good. So they are the physics toppers of the previous GTE. Okay, one. So congratulations to three of you. Varun has got 91, Nisarga has got 86, Chetan has got 78. Okay. Then quickly, other students, please raise your hand if you are present. Pavan Darshan S. Cordial, are you present? Pavan Darshan. Pavan Darshan. Just mention hi like that if you are present. Ananya R. AAC. Pranjali. So these are the toppers of NEET. Okay, Pranjali and this. So I want all of you to try to compete with each other, students. Okay, don't try to just sit back and whatever marks you are getting, be happy with that. Most of the students are trying to ask me how to improve, how to get more marks like that. So try to give importance to entrance exams also, and try to, at least in physics, you should try to get more than 100 all the time. More than 100 you should try to get in physics and chemistry. At least more than 90 you try. Then slowly it may reach up to more than 100. Okay. So now we will start with the NEET level MCQs. So if you are able to see the material, please see. Otherwise, if you don't have the material, just try to concentrate properly in the class. Okay. So look here. They are saying, first question, four capacitors, each of 25 microfarad are connected as shown in the figure. So four capacitors are there like this. This is little bit far. These two are connected. Then these two are connected like this. And here there is a battery which they have not shown by mistake. Battery has to be there. Otherwise, how will the capacitor get charged? So this is Now here they have put a voltmeter. This part is not there. Oh, it is there actually. It is something like this. Like this. What I did previously is also correct only. So here they have put a voltmeter. Okay, students. Now each of these capacitor have same capacitance they told. All of them have same capacitance. C, 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 C. And the value of the C they have given is 25 microfarad. And the reading of this voltmeter. What does voltmeter measure? Voltmeter measures the potential difference between the terminals. So since this terminal is connected to this point and this terminal is connected to this point, this will measure potential difference between these two, between this and this. Okay, and what is the potential difference between these two? They told the reading is 200 volt. They are asking you what will be the charge on each plate of this capacitor. What will be the charge? Now look here carefully. This is getting V volt. Potential difference here is V. What will be here? Potential difference. If here potential difference is V, what will be potential difference here? V only it will be, right? Why? Because they are in parallel. Because they are in parallel. So if this is V, this also will be V. So since we know the potential difference in this capacitor, let me write the charge here is Q. Then that Q I can write C into V because I know the potential difference for this capacitor. Capacitance is given how much? 25 microfarad. Potential difference is 200. So that will be 2 5s are 10, 0, 1 carry 500. That will be 5000 into 10 power minus 6, which I can write 5 into 10 power minus 3 also, which I can write 5 millicoulomb. Millicoulomb, okay? So this is the charge on this capacitor. What will be charge on this capacitor? Since potential difference is same, charge will be same only. It will be Q only. Now what about these two? Look carefully. If I try to find equivalent capacitance of these two, so this will be here like this, and here it will be like this, right? So what will be the equivalent capacitance of these two? C and C in parallel will give you 2C. C and C in parallel will give you 2C, right? Okay, now listen carefully. Because they are in series, these two are in series. These two are in series, right? Charge here must be same as here. What will be charge on this plate? 2Q. Why 2Q? Because I am replacing, because 2Q will come like this now. So that 2Q divides here, Q and Q. So if you replace this by one capacitor, the charge on that plate will be 2Q. Now you see these two equivalent, which also is, and these two are in series. In series, what remains same? Charge. So if this is 2Q, this also will be 2Q, right? Now, since this is 2Q and this capacitance is CC, that means 2Q is coming from here like that. That means since these two have same capacitance and potential difference is also same between these two. So charge here and here also should be same, but 2Q is coming like this. And I know charge here and here should be same. Why charge I am saying should be same? Because C is same, capacitance is same. If capacitance was different, I will not say the charge will be same because charge is C into V. V is same. Potential difference here and here will be pakka same. Why? Because they are in parallel. So potential difference will be common. But charge will be only same if C is same. In the problem they told C is same. So this capacitor and this capacitor should have same charge. You can see 2Q is coming here. So this must be Q. This must be Q. So matlab what? All the capacitor will have same charge. And I was able to, the main part here is I was able to find charge on these two without knowing the potential difference. Okay. Fine, Nisarga. Try to see now carefully. So everybody understood this, right? So you were given potential difference here. So easily you found the charge here. This is in parallel. So potential difference V will be same. So charge will be same. So charge here and here are same. And once you replace these two by equivalent capacitance, you can see this and this are in series. So if this has charge 2Q, this also should have 2Q. But since these two are in parallel and C is same, the 2Q should divide equally. So this also will get Q, this also will get Q. Okay, done, everyone? Any doubt, please ask me. Okay, specifically you ask why this is 2Q, why this is 2C, like that. Don't just tell me, sir, repeat like that. Try to be specific while asking the doubt. Done? Okay. Let's see the next question now. Two identical capacitors have the same capacitance C. So two identical capacitors, they have same capacitance C, they told. Okay. Let me try to adjust this. Okay. So they have the same capacitance, both of them. One of them is charged to potential V1 and the other to V2. So one is charged by battery with voltage V1, other with battery with voltage V2. The positive ends are connected and negative ends are also connected to each other. Decrease in energy of the system. Decrease in energy. Very simple question. Look here. They have both same capacitance. Both of them have same capacitance. But initially, this was charged with voltage V1. This was charged with voltage V2. Okay, so this is the initial system. Then what they have done, plus minus, they have removed the battery and connected the two capacitors like this, plus with plus, minus with minus. So when you go from here to here, I hope you remember, charge will flow from higher potential to lower potential, because in parallel potential difference should be same. So this will have some common potential, right? I hope you remember the formula for common potential, right? So what was the formula for common potential? C1 V1 plus C2 V2 by C1 plus C2. Last class I have derived this. In this case, both the capacitance are C, C. This is also C, this is also C. So I can take C common, V1 plus V2, and this will be 2C. C will cancel. So common potential is how much? V1 plus V2 by 2. Okay. Now, from here to here, they are saying some energy is lost. Already you know the reason also. When charges will flow from higher potential to lower potential. Video is not coming for other students. For other students, it is coming, right? Okay. Chandrika, just wait for some time. It will come. Okay. Now look here. Charge will flow from higher potential to lower potential. During that time, there will be flow of charge. So there will be current in the wire. And whenever there is current in the wire, heat will be produced. Heat. That is why some loss of energy is happening. How much loss of energy they are asking? So what we should do? First find the initial energy. This is the system. This is the initial system. This is the final system. So let us calculate initial energy. Initial energy. Okay, so what will be the formula? Half, this is C V1 square plus half C V2 square. If I take C by 2 common, I can write V1 square plus V2 square. Please remember, V1, V2 are the initial voltages given to the capacitors. Initial, before connecting them in parallel. And VC is the common potential. So this is the initial energy. What will be the final energy? Yes, Ashrita, tell me what is the problem? Ashrita, you have to write down. Raising the hand will let me know you have a problem, but what is the problem? Cordial. Ashrita, you. Okay. So initial energy stored is half C V1 square plus half C V2 square. Now final will be how much? Final, you can see both of them have common potential. So it will be half C, or what you can do here, you can replace these two by one capacitor. So C and C in parallel will be how much? 2C. So directly you can write total capacitance of these two will be 2C, and common potential is V common square. So I hope you understood how I wrote the energy stored for this capacitance, for this final system. I replaced these two by one capacitor, and C in parallel will be 2C. And that 2C is getting how much voltage? V common. So energy stored will be, total energy stored will be half total capacitance voltage square. If you don't like this, write half C V common square plus half C V common square separately also you can write. So this will be 2 I can cancel. C, V common will be this on the right. So V1 plus V2 by 2 whole square. So we have found the initial energy and the final energy of the system. Now they are telling us to find the loss in energy. Loss in energy. So loss in energy will be what? Initial minus final. Loss means always initial minus final, because initially it will be more now. So what was the initial energy? Look the formula. C by 2 V1 square plus V2 square minus, what is the final energy? C V1 plus V2 whole square by 4. Right now students? Okay. So this I can write now, C by 2 V1 square plus V2 square. Let me take C by 2 common. If I take C by 2 common from here and here, what will I get? Minus, here C is common, so I'll get 1 by 2. Let me open this bracket, A plus B whole square. So A square plus B square plus 2AB. Okay, so I'm using which formula here? A plus B whole square formula. A square plus B square plus 2AB. Then you try to simplify C by 2. Now look carefully. V1 square here minus half V1 square. So V1 square minus half V1 square. V1 square minus half V1 square will be V1 square by 2. So V1 square by 2 plus V2 square minus half V2 square will be plus V2 square by 2. Then minus, here you can see half into 2 will cancel. You will get V1, V2. Finally, if I take these 2 also common from here, then it will become C by 4. Then if I take 2 common, it will be V1 square plus V2 square minus 2 V1 V2. Right? And what is this formula? What is this? The last part. What is this last part? V1 square plus V2 square. It is A minus B whole square. Very good. So it will be C by 4. Let me write it here. Okay. C by 4. And this is A square plus B square minus 2AB. So I can write V1 minus V2 whole square. Now, you may be thinking, sir, it will take lot of time. Yes, it will take lot of time. Some questions will take time because some questions will be directly you can answer. Some questions you will be able to answer directly. So some questions they will give, 1 or 2 questions will be lengthy. Now, I will give you a shortcut formula for this. Okay. Those who want to remember the shortcut formula, you can remember that way. You will get the answer faster. But first you write this. So again, students, don't take tension. Write the energy stored initially, write the energy stored finally, then subtract. You will get the loss in energy. Now, try to remember this shortcut formula for NEET also and JEE also. So remember, when two capacitors, charged capacitors, okay, when two charged capacitor, one of them may be charged. If another one was uncharged, then what will you do? This V2 you write 0. Yes or no? If another one was uncharged, then initially that one has no voltage because it is uncharged. Then what will you do? For this you write 0. Understood? No? Okay. When two charged capacitors are connected in parallel, the loss of energy, or you can say the heat produced, that is equals to loss of energy, LOE, loss of energy will be half C1 C2 by C1 plus C2 V1 minus V2 whole square. So try to remember this formula. You will get the answer easily. C1 and C2 are what? Capacitances of the two capacitors. V1 and V2 are what? V1 and V2 are the initial voltages, initial potential difference given to C1 and C2 respectively. Sometimes one of them will be uncharged. Then you should be more happy. If one of them is uncharged, you just write 0 here. Or here it doesn't matter. One of them is uncharged. Because whole square, na? So minus whole square will be plus only. Check once whether you will get this answer or not in this case. In this problem, suppose I use this formula directly. Will I get this answer or not? Check once. By the way, the right option is option C. Right option is option C. If you have the material. Yeah, we will get no, because it will be CC by C plus C. So C by 2. C by 2 into half will be C by 4. Right, students? C plus C. Okay. So write the shortcut formula also. Okay, next question you see. Question number 3. A capacitor is charged by a battery. The battery is removed and another identical capacitor is connected in parallel. The total electrostatic energy of the resulting system, they are saying the energy or the total energy of the resulting system increases by a factor of 4, decreases by a factor of 2, remains the same, increases by a factor of 2. So in every option they are saying increases by some factor, decreases by some factor. So you know, first of all, it cannot increase. It has to be decrease because you are connecting them in parallel. So only decrease will be the right option. Two options are there with decrease. So out of those two, we have to check. Since they are saying decrease, you have to calculate loss. So initially, this was the capacitor which was charged with a battery V. Okay, students. And another one was identical, but it was uncharged. Uncharged. Then what they did, they connected them in parallel. Okay, so after charging this capacitor, the battery is removed. Battery is removed, and another identical uncharged capacitor is connected in parallel. So after removing the battery, they have connected this here. So this is what you will get. So let us write first what is the initial energy stored, because we have to compare by what factor it decreases. So initial energy stored is half CV square. Why this will have no energy? Because it is uncharged. So this is initial. Now loss. Let us use our formula directly. Otherwise here also it will take more time. Here also you can do no, first find common potential, then find total energy, then subtract. You will get the loss. But since we have memorize the loss in energy, let us use directly. So what will be the decrease? Loss means decrease. So what will be decrease in the energy? Half C, C1, C2. So C into C, C plus C. V1 minus V2 whole square. V1 is V. V2 here is 0. So this is your V1. V2 is 0 because it is uncharged. 0. So how much it will be? This will be C by 2 V square. So it will be, did I do correctly, right? Yeah. So 1/4 of CV square. Yes or no, students? So you can see from here to here, by what factor it has decreased. The loss in energy is this. I can write half times initial energy, right? Half times initial energy. Initial energy is half CV square. So I can write this 1/4 as half into half CV square. So it decreases by a factor of 2. Decreases by a factor of 2. Sometimes they may ask what will be the final energy in terms of initial energy. Okay, so how will you do that? Final energy will be what? Let us do it quickly. Final energy means after you connect them in parallel. Half total capacitance will be C plus C 2C. Common potential formula is what? C1 V1 plus C2 V2 is 0 by C1 plus C2 will be 2C. So 2 will cancel. Here you will get C square V C1 V1 plus C2 V2 by C1 plus C2. So you will get this C and C will also. How what mistake I have done? C1 V1 plus C2. Let me write it down properly. So if I ask final energy stored of this system, how will you calculate? Half C common total capacitance will be what? C1 plus C2 into V common square. Oh, square I missed. So this will be C plus C will be 2C. V common formula is what? C1 V1 plus C2 V2. V2 is 0 divided by 2C whole square. 2 cancel. C into C also cancel. V square by 4. So you can see this is also 1/2 of initial. Sorry. So you can see, I adjusted now. So the final energy is also half of the initial energy. So in exam, they may ask you final energy in terms of initial energy, or they may ask you loss in energy. So you have to read the question before deciding. If they say loss in energy, then you can use this formula directly. Done, students? So this is extra, okay? This part is extra. I was trying to calculate what will be the final energy in terms of the initial energy. So final energy is half of initial energy. Okay, done? Okay. That was your which question number? Third question number. Fourth question number you see now. A capacitor, very good question this one. A capacitor of 2 microfarad is charged as shown in the figure. When the switch S is turned to position 2, the percentage of its stored energy lost. Again they are asking loss, but in percentage they are asking. Now look here. This is a battery. There is a switch here like this. There is a capacitor here. and here there is one more capacitor like this. This has capacitance 2 microfarad. This has 8 microfarad. This is voltage V, which is not given. And right now the switch is here. Right now the switch is here. When the switch is taken there, what will be the loss they are asking? Percentage loss. Now, students, look carefully. Percentage change. Percentage change means final minus initial, final value minus initial value by initial value into 100. Everyone knows this. Anyone who doesn't know this formula, just write down, please explain, sir. Everybody knows this formula? Anyone who does not know this formula, you can just tell me, sir, please explain like that. And this is very important because in many cases in physics, you will be given percentage change. So percentage change means what? Final value. Okay. Rumana okay. Some students want me to explain. Okay. Khushal wants me to explain. Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. So let me just quickly try to explain how this formula comes. Which formula? Percentage change is final minus initial by initial into 100. So how that formula comes is very simple. Suppose, Kushal, listen carefully. Suppose you are going to a company to work. Okay, and after 1 year of finishing your work, suppose you want to ask increase in salary. So you will go to your boss and say, boss, I want 30% increase in my salary. 30% increase in my salary. Does it mean you are asking 30% of your present salary? Does it mean you are asking 30% of present salary? No, you are asking 30% of increase. That means if this is your initial money, your final money should be initial money plus 30% of initial money. So whatever money you are getting before, 30% more you want, more. So plus you have to write. If it is decreasing, then minus you have to write. That is the only difference. Then you see, bring this one this side. So x final minus x initial will be 30% into x initial. Divide by x initial. 30%. Then 30% means what? 30 by 100. Cross multiply 100 here. So that will be your percentage change. So 30% is your percentage change. Now understood, Kushal? Now understood? Yeah, okay, very good. So try to know these basic things, okay? And if you don't know, no need to feel shy. Please try to ask me, it doesn't matter. Now look here, everybody. Initially, the capacitor is connected to this voltage. So what was the initial energy stored? Half C is 2 microfarad. So 2 into 10 power minus 6. Or let me just write, let me write like this. Let me write this as C. And let me write this as C dash. Okay. So what is the initial energy stored? Half C V square. So initially this capacitor is connected to this battery. So this is the initial energy stored. Once you remove this key here and you connect here, then what happens? Now these two are in parallel. So the charge will flow like this. Till when? Till all the charge will go there or what? All the charge will go there. Huh? No. Some charge will go. Till potential here and here will be common. What is common potential? What was the voltage of this before? V. So C into V plus. This was no voltage initially. So C dash into 0 divided by C plus C dash. So that will be CV by C plus C dash. Now students, let us do one smart thing. Let us substitute the values now only. So let us write half 2 V square, which I can write V square. I am not putting 10 power minus 6, okay? Because I have to find ratio, so it will get cancelled. If I start writing 10 power minus 6, no, it will take a lot of, it is boring to write. So please remember, this will be in microjoules. This will be in microjoules because this capacitance is in micro. So try to remember that part. So this is the initial energy stored. And here it will be how much? C is 2. Initial voltage is V. Initial capacitance of this 2 is 2 plus 8, 10. So that will be V by 5. So that is your common potential. Once you have found the common potential, what will be the final energy stored? Final energy stored will be half total capacitance C plus C dash 10 into V common square. V common square will be V by 5 whole square. Right? Everybody understood? I hope this how I got. Already so many times we have done. This is the formula for final energy stored. Final means once you bring the key this side, then these two will be in parallel. So half total capacitance common potential square. So this formula I have used. So this will be V square by 2 5s are 10, 1 5 here will cancel. So V square by 5. So initial energy was V square, final energy is V square by 5. So what will be the percentage loss? This part is done, right? So percentage loss in energy will be, don't write final because it is loss. So loss means initial will be more. So initial energy minus final energy by initial energy into 100. Okay. Initial energy stored was how much? What was the initial energy stored? I rubbed it already. I remember, but I want to check from all of you. What was the initial energy stored? Initial energy stored. Some of you are saying V power 2. So initial energy stored was V square. Final energy stored is V square by 5 divided by V square into 100. So you can take V square common and cancel V square. Should be 1 minus 1 by 5. 1 minus 1 by 5 will be how much? 4 by 5 into 100, which is 80%. So 80% loss will happen. I think we could have used, students, directly the formula also. I forgot that one, sorry. But it's okay. We have learned another way, another time we have learned how to do it in a proper detailed way. Because if you forget the formula, then you can still do it by remembering how it is done. But again, in this problem, I could have used directly the formula which I derived before, loss in energy. So just find the loss in energy, divide the loss in energy by initial energy, then multiply with 100. So directly also we could have done. Okay, over. Initial minus, right now I am right. See, if you write final first, no problem, you will get minus 80%, minus you will get. That minus sign is meaning energy is decreasing. So next PTE, please expect lot of questions from energy concept, energy of capacitor. Okay, next question, let us see. Question number 5. This has come in your previous NEET exams. So look carefully. A parallel plate air capacitor, right now there is air, of capacitance C is connected to a cell of EMF V. EMF here means potential difference, don't worry. And then disconnected from it. So after you are connecting a cell of potential difference V, capacitance is C, this will get charged. Right, students? They have disconnected the battery. Battery is disconnected. Now they are saying, after disconnecting the battery, they are putting a dielectric slab here. And once I say dielectric slab, I have to tell you the dielectric constant. Question is, which of the following is incorrect? Okay, try to remind me. If you remove the battery, what will not change? What will remain constant? If you remove the battery, what will remain constant in the capacitor? Charge. Very good. So charge will be constant. Charge cannot change. Obviously, charge cannot change. Where will the charge go, ma? Where it will go? See, it is dielectric, insulator. This is air, insulator. So everywhere it is insulator. So charge cannot go anywhere. So please remember, charge cannot change. So check if they have told anywhere charge will change. That will be wrong. So option D, you see, option D. The charge on the capacitor is not conserved. It is conserved. Why it is conserved? Because there is no battery. So the charge cannot flow to the battery or charge cannot come from the battery. So charge of the capacitor will remain conserved. So option D is incorrect. However, let us try to check option A, option B, option C also. Because in another exam, they may ask something based on these three options. So option A, let us check. The potential difference between the plates, potential difference decreases K times. What was the initial potential difference? V. And that V, how I can write? Q by C. Yes or no? Formula for potential difference for a capacitor, Q by C. Once you remove the battery and you put dielectric, what will be the capacitance? K into C. You know that capacitance of this will increase. Now, potential difference is what? Q by C. Q remains same, but C has increased K times. So potential difference will decrease because it is inversely proportional. So if I write new potential difference, it will be same charge divided by new capacitance. And what is the new capacitance? Twice of old capacitance, which I can write V by 2. Sorry, K. So V by K. So you can see the potential difference will decrease K times. So option A is correct only. They told incorrect. Option B. The energy stored in the capacitor decreases K times. Now here some students were telling me when I was doing this last year, some students were telling me, sir, can't we use the shortcut formula? How you can use shortcut formula here? That shortcut formula was for when two capacitors are connected in parallel. Once you charge them, if you connect them in parallel. So you should know this formula is for what concept. Don't just memorize the formula. Otherwise, you will not know only where to use the formula. So that formula was derived for two capacitors in parallel. Here, nothing like that we are doing. We are simply putting dielectric. So energy stored. What was the initial energy stored? Half CV square, I know, CV square, but V is changing. So I will not write in terms of V. I will write in terms of Q. So Q square by C. Why, sir? Why in terms of Q? Because I know Q remains same. So if Q remains same, these two are what? Proportional? Inversely. So C increases K times. So new potential energy will also decrease K times. Right? Just like I did this potential difference, same way you do for energy stored. So then option B said energy stored in the capacitor decreases K times. So yes, it decreases K times. Option B is also correct. Let us see option C. Let us see option C. Okay. So in option C, they are saying the change in energy stored. See, students, they said change. They did not write loss. Change they told. Change means always final minus initial. Whether you like or not like, it doesn't matter. Change matlab final minus initial. Loss, when I write loss, it means initial minus final. So change will be what? Final energy stored minus initial energy stored. What was the final energy stored? Final energy stored is half. I can write Q square. Or let me write like this. Let me do this way. I know final energy stored is initial divided by K. So final is, I wrote final as U dash, initial as U. This way I have written. No. So final I know is U by K minus U. Then you can take U common, 1 by K minus 1. What is U? U is the initial energy stored. What was the initial energy stored? Half CV square. Why I wrote in terms of V? Because voltage was given in the option. So option C is also correct. Okay, students. So all the options A, B, C are correct. So option D is incorrect. But if in exam, suppose this question comes, it came already. Students will try from option A, option B. So lot of time they will waste. They should remember, once a battery is disconnected, charge on the capacitor cannot change. So search for that one. Maybe that is there in some of the option. Tick that one immediately. Go to the next question. In exam, you don't want to waste time. Okay. In terms of charge, if they want the option, then it will be half Q square by C, 1 by K minus 1. Okay, in terms of charge, if they ask. So very good question. Many things you will learn in one question. Try the same question, students, but keep the battery connected. Keep the battery connected. And try the same question. Let me know what are the answers you are getting. Question number 6, you see. Very interesting question. It has also come in previous NEET exams. Okay, so NEET exams. Look carefully. A parallel plate air capacitor has capacitance C. Distance of separation between the plates is D and potential difference V is applied. So capacitance is C, distance is D, and they have connected a potential difference of V. Force of attraction between the plates. So you know that one capacitor will be charged plus Q, other will be minus Q. So force of attraction between the plates. Already I have given you the formula. So charge of one of them you write into electric field due to one plate. Due to only one plate. Don't write total electric field. Total electric field will be due to both the plates. Here. But one of the charge, this charge will feel the electric field of this charge. Or you can say this charge will feel the electric field of this charge. Understood? No, electric field is the region surrounding the charge, where another charge will feel a force. So the force on this charge will be that charge into electric field. This is due to other plate. Now, electric field due to other plate is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Don't do the mistake of writing sigma by epsilon naught. What is sigma? Charge per unit area. So I can write Q square by 2 epsilon naught A. Check whether this is there in the option. Oh, this is not there in the option. In the option you have C and V. No problem. How we can write Q? C into V we can write. Substitute Madi. So F will be C square V square by 2 epsilon naught A. In place of Q, write CV. Is it there in the option? This is also not there in the option. In the option, what is there? D is there. How to bring D? Well, we know, the way should I write here? Let me write. We know capacitance is what? Epsilon naught A by D. So in place of epsilon naught A, because I don't see epsilon naught A in the option. So if you cross multiply, what will be epsilon naught A? C into D. Substitute epsilon naught A C into D here. So the force between the plates will be F equals to C square V square by 2. In place of epsilon naught A, I can write C into D. One C will be cancelled, so it will be half CV square by D. Okay, so good question. So you have to keep simplifying till you reach the option. Right fast. Option B, yeah, CV square by 2D. Correct. Tanmaya, Hafsa, Saida, very good. Okay. Try to print the material. I mean, print in the sense, at least these questions you can print. The practice corner, sorry, guidance corner, whatever we have to do. Okay, fine. Let us do one last question for today. Okay, see question number 7 now. Two thin dielectric slabs of dielectric constant K1 and K2, K1 less than K2, are inserted between the plates of a parallel plate capacitor as shown in the figure. So there is a capacitor like this. Here they have put a dielectric. Here they have put another dielectric. This has dielectric constant K1. This has dielectric constant K2. And they are saying K1 is less than K2. The variation of electric field between the plates with distance D measured from plate P. This is plate P. So you start from this plate and plot a graph of electric field versus distance they are saying. Okay? Matlab, as you go like this, how will electric field in this space? How will electric field change? That graph you have to draw. Now you know students, in between capacitors, electric field are constant. Electric field is constant. So the graph cannot go like this, graph cannot go like this. It should be constant, parallel to x-axis. Okay. So electric field is constant. That we know. But we know that in this space, if I write electric field is E1, here E2, and outside as E0. Outside is E0. Then E1 will be E0 by K1. Similarly, E2 will be E0 by K2. Okay, students, this formula you remember, right? Electric field in medium is reduced when there is no battery connected. Remember, no battery is there. So electric field is reduced by what times? By K1 times in this medium. In this medium, it will be K2 times. Okay. So now, how will the graph look? In this space, it will be constant like this. But in this space, it will decrease. This E1 will be less than E0 because K1 is greater than 1. K2 is also greater than 1. So since you are dividing by greater than 1, whatever answer you will get will be less. So E1 will be less than E0. So this will decrease here. Again, here it will be constant in this part, same as this. This is E0. Now, in this space, you look carefully, E2. They told K2 is greater than K1. So E2 will be lesser than E1 because E is inversely proportional to dielectric constant. Correct, na? So if dielectric constant in the second medium is more, electric field in the second medium will be less. So the second one you have to draw below this one. Here. Then again it will be constant. So this graph you have to tick. Check which graph it is. Which graph? Option C. Option C. So this formula you should know. In dielectric medium, of course you know this. Using this only, I have derived capacitance in dielectric medium. Please check the derivation. So let me rub this part now. Done? No? Okay. Now let me teach you one extra question. See, same question may not be repeated in your exam. Extra. I feel very happy when I do extra questions. Okay. So I hope you also feel happy. So now let us try to plot a graph of potential. This is potential. If this is plus, this is minus, electric field will be like this everywhere. Now you know potential is, electric field is always from higher potential to lower potential. There is some potential difference between the plates, we know Q by C. So that potential difference means what? One is higher potential, one is lower potential. So potential will decrease. So potential cannot be constant. Now, who remembers the relation between electric field and potential? Yes or no? This is the relation we derived in the first chapter. That means what is this? What is dy by dx graphically? I saw some of you are doing applications of derivative. I think Suresh sir has started application of derivative. So in application of derivative, what is dy by dx? Slope. Slope of the graph. Nitishwar is saying, Chetan is saying, what about other students? It is slope only. So this is nothing but slope of potential distance graph. Okay, students. So electric field is always negative of slope of potential distance graph. Now look here. Here electric field is constant in this part. So if electric field is constant, slope also should be constant. So the slope should be constant means, and it is negative slope. So it will look like this for this part. Okay, let me write this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and like that. So up to 1, it will look like this. Okay, the slope will be negative constant. Constant means it will be straight line. Straight line. Okay. So since electric field is constant, slope of this graph should be constant. Now look here. Here also electric field is constant. Here also electric field is constant. So slope should be constant, but listen carefully. This electric field is less than this electric field. Artha aita? This electric field is less than this electric field. So here slope will be less than this. So slope should be less means it should be more horizontal. Don't draw exactly horizontal. So it will be like this. Okay. Then it will have again same slope. So same slope means here it should be parallel to this. This and this should be parallel because the slope in this part between 2 and 3. Between 2 and 3, electric field should be same as between 0 and 1. Because this is vacuum, this is vacuum. Understood, students? So here the slope should be same as this here and here. The slope should be same. Why slope should be same? Because electric field is same. Nah? Okay. Then from 3 to 4. This electric field is also constant. So slope will be again constant. But this electric field is less than this also. This also. So it will be even less slope. So draw more horizontal like this. Don't draw perfectly horizontal. So this is how the graph of potential will look. Brilliant graph or not? Nice graph or not? So please draw the graph carefully and draw the slope carefully. One thing you should note carefully is this and this should be parallel. Because here and here the slope should be same. Why the slope here and here should be same? Array, because electric field is same. See, this is vacuum, this is vacuum. Here also it will be same like that. Parallel to this. So this tree will be parallel. Ashrita, tell me what happened. Ashrita, you are raising hand, but you are not saying anything. Oh, got it. Yeah. So please understand, electric field is slope of potential versus distance graph. And as I go like this, potential is decreasing all the time. There is no doubt potential will keep decreasing, because whenever you walk along electric field, potential will decrease, but the slope of the graph is given by electric field. And I hope all of you know dy by dx is nothing but slope of yx graph. So everybody understood this graph or not? Just put a thumbs up like that. Fine, fine. So we'll stop the class for today, students. Okay. So next class we will see more questions. Thank you. Thank you, Subhash. Thank you, thank you. So last year they have given 2 transcends. In that, first is this year's. Yes, yes. Volume 2, I think. Volume 2, Pragruti. So there you will find the NEET questions. Okay. Manasvi, since you have not got the transcend, right now you just see the soft copy which we have given for practicing and all. I'm trying to say the questions also so that it will be clear for you, and try to get print out. Okay, once the college will open, I don't know when it is, but whenever it opens, then the material will come. Otherwise, you can try to contact Kiran sir. You can go to our office and get the transcend material. Okay, Manasvi. Any doubts you people have, please share with me now. Okay, then thank you. I will leave the meeting.